Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of your middle splits improvement challenge. So like you know, you're going to start with day 1 and you're going to make your way to day 4. So I'm going to demonstrate for you. So on your day 1, you start with your lateral lunges and then you move to your wide leg or garland stretch. You can also do a variation of this stretch. So if you'd like, you can come up, walk the feet in deeper or closer together. And then you can drop the hips down. So you're almost like in a duck squat rather than in a 90 degree. You're trying to drop the hips lower. And then again, you can focus on pressing the knees away. You can come to a prayer seal and pull the shoulders back and down. So you're trying to pull your chest through your armpits and you're flattening out the spine. So from this side, again, I'm flattening out. So it's a little variation for you. That's day 1. Day 2 is your oil riggers and then your half garland stretch. So you're going to stretch out both sides. I just did all this, so if I seem tired, it's because I am. From here, you're going to move on to day 3, which is your active flexibility lunge. So you can stay low if you want. If you're tired, you can also come high. So you can do this all from here too. So this is your active flexibility. You're pulling the legs together, holding for 10, relaxing for 20. Then you're coming down, and you're doing your lizard stretch. And you're doing that on both sides. Okay, so coming up, woo, activating for 10, squeezing the legs. You can relax and drop for 20, or you can still hold it up and relax for 20. And then again, dropping out here. Now I know I give you guys a lot of times for how long you should be holding each of these stretches. If you want, you can hold them for an X amount of time, you can hold them for X amount of breaths, or you can hold them until they're uncomfortable, and then hold them for like 10 to 15 seconds more, maybe even 30 seconds if you can do it. The point is to breach past your discomfort, and to progress past it, right? So if you're always going to the point where it's uncomfortable and then you're stopping, you're not pushing past. So you have to push past, okay? So when you think to yourself, this is uncomfortable, I want to get out, hold it for 30 more seconds. If you're in pain, get out. Okay, so this is now day 4. So for day 4, you're going to come down to the hips for your exercise. You're on the hips, hips are stacked, and your top leg is either going to be bent in front of the foot or behind the leg. So this is really up to you. I'm used to it like this. I have a lot of people who prefer it behind. The only thing you need to think about is to keep your hips square. So you're just trying not to roll back. So for me, when I do this, I tend to roll back to my butt, which is what you want to avoid. So when I keep my leg in front, it keeps me stable. Hand is in front to keep you nice and stable. You can be on the elbow. You can be chilling down here, wherever you want to be. But you're going to flex your bottom leg. You're going to keep it nice and engaged, and you're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. And you're going to feel the inner thigh activate. This is the muscle you want to feel here. Now, if you're nice and warm, you can like pulse these out really quick. If you're not very warm and this feels really warm, really weird, you can do these really slowly. So I like to do them quick, and I do them for sets of 30, and then I hold up and I pulse for 30. Now, if you're new to this exercise, I guarantee 30 might be a little bit too much for you, so you might want to come down to a set of 15. So I'll give you a range. Do sets from 15 to 30, and then hold at the top. A set of 15 to 30. Then you're going to come down. That bottom leg is going to bend, the top leg is going to extend. Now thinking about the hips are still pointed forward, I'm still square. My top foot can be pointed or flexed, it really doesn't matter. My bottom leg is grounding, I'm going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Again, simply for 15 to 30, so depending on you. Okay, and then you're going to hold about midway, and then you're going to lift and lower for 15 to 30. I know, I'm so rude. I swear I just did these, so I know exactly how they feel. Now you're only going to do that once per side. Okay, so after you do it on this side, you're going to come back over whoop, to your next side. This is again your exercise. So recapping, flexing the bottom foot, hips are square to the front, you're lifting, and then you're pulsing. Okay, and then again, you're lifting, and then you're pulsing. Now I realize my leg goes really far up. If you can only make it to here, that's perfect. Okay, you're working with what works for you. I obviously have a bit more flexibility, so don't feel discouraged if you're not going as far as I am. Now for your stretches. So that was your 2 exercises. That was a dead bug. So that's your 2 exercises. For your stretch, you're going to come into your happy baby. So legs are up, and you're going to think about bringing the legs about hip distance. You're going to flex the feet, and you're going to bring the knees to the outsides of the armpits or the shoulders, and you're flexing the feet, bending the knees. Now you're thinking about bringing the knees or the legs into a 90-degree position, and you're pulling down against the heels. So you're driving the knees down towards the armpits, but you're focusing on a 90 degree. It's natural to pull the heels into the crotch. Please avoid that and stay in your 90 degree. That way your hamstring is getting the most out of this, okay? If you want to go a little bit deeper too, you can even go into a one-legged happy baby, so that focuses on really pulling the one leg down and lifting or extending the other leg up. So that's really up to you. I'm not totally crazy about one-legged happy baby, but you might like it. So for your happy baby, hold it 30 seconds, a minute, until you're uncomfortable, and then for 30 seconds more. Obviously you want to hold these things and you want to breathe, right? Like I always keep mentioning, remembering to breathe. So if you don't want to do things for time, do 10 breaths at least, okay? And you want each of your breaths to last at least 6 seconds each. So inhaling for 6, exhaling for 6, okay? If you can get to 8 seconds, that's even better. So you're holding your happy baby for however long you feel, but you want to progress, okay? So remembering all of that. And then from here, you're just going to bring the legs down. You can shake it out gently because your butt mire might not be numb by here. If you want, you can also do it in 2 sets. So I like to do 30 seconds. I come up, I shake it out, and then I do 30 seconds more. Now your final exercise for today, this is almost a bonus exercise because I almost want you guys to do this like every day before you go to bed when you're laying in bed. But don't fall asleep in this position. Okay, so in this position, my feet are together and my knees are out. So I'm doing a reclined diamond pose. And because I'm reclined, it really allows my knees to drop out to the sides a lot easier than if I were sitting up. Okay, so in this position, it's okay if your back arches a little bit, so you might notice your back is arching. If you do this on the bed, you'll have less of a back arch, and you're just letting the hips drop open. Your hips should be nice and warm at this point, so this shouldn't feel too uncomfortable. You can always put something under the knees to support them if they are opening up too much for your liking. But this is a gravity pose. You're basically just breathing and letting gravity pull you down. So sometimes I'll sit in this for like 5 minutes, but then I have to take a whole 5 minutes to get out of it, okay? So if you're gonna sit in this for a long time, remember, really take your time to come out of your poses. And then when you're done, you can just bring your hands to your knees, or if you have someone with you at home who can help you do this, that's even better. My favorite is when Corey comes and lifts my knees up for me because it takes away all of my pressure. But if you're alone, you can just grab below and just engage the legs a little bit to lift, okay? Hug it in at the end, and then roll your way up when you're done. Okay, so that is day 4. I realize I talked for a bit longer than I meant to, but I hope that is helpful for everyone. Please post your videos or your pictures whenever you are completed today's challenge, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great night, and be safe and well, and thanks again. Bye, guys.